Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and today is the last of our organization prep for 2021. I hope you've been joining me as I've been walking through some of the things that I've been thinking about, trying to come up with a plan for next year. And this last one is we're going to set some realistic expectations for what 2021 is going to look like. Now, I'm not going to document any of this because I know that I love organizing, and so this is automatically going to be a part of my life. I am single. I am in a relationship, but I am single. I have no children, and I do have a job that often takes me away. I do travel, but with the way the current situation is in the world, that's been really restricted. So I've ended up with a little bit more time at home. So I know that that's not going to be too big of an issue for me. But for those of you that perhaps struggle with finding time to get organized and to find time to spend time in your craft room, I want you just to do a realistic assessment, given your unique set of circumstances, as to what you think you can do next year. If organization is big on your priority, what kind of time commitment do you think you can make in order to tackle some of the problem areas that are frustrating you right now? For some of you, it may only mean a few areas like I have. I only have a few areas that I want to tackle, but for some of you, you're coming from a place where perhaps you can't even walk into your craft room. And so just the thought of trying to tackle that is overwhelming. And I totally get that. I totally understand where you are coming from. I have been there when I have not even been able to walk in my room due to various circumstances that were going on at that time. And so if it's really truly important for you to get a handle on your craft room, I keep calling it craft room, and it just may be a craft space or a craft cart or whatever it is for you. Realistically, if you think of everything that you have that goes on in a given week, realistically, how much time can you give yourself? Can you allow yourself to tackle some component or some part of your goals for next year? It can be as little as 5 minutes a day, if that's all you got, right? 5 minutes a day, you could probably do more than you think you can, especially if you are very focused in those 5 minutes. So be realistic, right? Think about your life. Don't say you're going to commit to an hour a day if you know there's no way you can find an hour a day. Basically, what I'm trying to promote is set yourself up for success, not set yourself up for failure. You want to set this in such a way that there is no way you can possibly fail at achieving this. If 5 minutes a day is what you know you can do successfully, then that is what I would think, or what I would encourage you to set as your goal. Okay? Now, maybe daily it doesn't work for you. Maybe you're looking at an hour. Maybe you can take an hour at some point during the week and barricade yourself in that room, cut yourself off from all distractions, and devote that hour strictly to tackling some items in your craft room. And if you know you can do that, good, go for it. Set that time apart for yourself so that you can achieve your goals in this area. I also want to talk about that organization is not everything, right? It's an important aspect of crafting for sure, but I believe that the actual crafting is the ultimate goal, and that's where we want to get, is where we are actually using our supplies and creating something, using our brain in a way to create something pretty cool. So the reason why I bring that up is because your room doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to craft. I am a big believer in getting it to a point where you can craft and then working on the other items, right? So another thing I want you to think about realistically is what's the minimal amount you need to do in order to get to that point. For me, I need to be able to walk around my desk and I need to be able to have a space on my desk. Ideally, the desk should be clean, but I've been known to craft in about 12 inches or less. So it's not ideal, but it does work. For me, those are two very critical components. If I can't walk, I can't get to my supplies, and if I can't sit down, I can't work. So I am willing to have bins on my floor full of stuff that needs to be put away. As long as I can still walk around them and get to my craft desk, I consider that a win and allows me to craft until I have time to organize again. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Like, I don't want you to become so consumed with organization and thinking that you can't craft until everything is picture perfect. It's not realistic, and it's really, to me, is not the goal. At least it's not my goal. So that's the other thing I want you to think about is, what is your motivation? Why are you organizing? Why do you feel the need to organize? Also think about why you like to craft. What is it about crafting that brings you back to it time and time again? What makes it worthwhile for you? For me, it's my escape. It's a stress reliever. I can totally disconnect from my job. I don't think about it when I'm crafting. It accesses a completely different part of my brain that just thrives on that kind of thing. If I don't craft, I get cranky. Yeah, I really do. I feel it, right? I can feel the stress levels go up. I need that escape, that time to just kind of decompress and do something a little bit different with my brain. I also like to organize. I like having that structure, right? Even though I say that I'm an organized chaos, that I craft an organized chaos, I do like to have it organized, and that I enjoy doing the organization part of it. So that's the reason why I'm not really documenting any of this, because I get enjoyment out of the organization as well as the crafting. And I know for myself, I will do that automatically. Now, if you were to ask me about, let's say, ironing clothes, I don't enjoy doing that. And so I won't naturally gravitate towards doing that. And so if that was something that was important in my life to have ironed clothes, then I would come up with a way to make that work. But for me, I know what my motivation is. I know that I enjoy that. I know that I need it in my life. And that is why I do what I do. Some of you may work on the reward system. If that is something that will help you, by all means, think about, you know, what sort of rewards you can give yourself when you hit certain milestones. Rewards don't work for me. They really don't. So for me, the motivation, like I said before, comes purely from the enjoyment that I receive and the way I feel after. Just be very realistic in what you want to accomplish. And if this is something that is very important to you, you will have to make the time to do that, whether it's 5 minutes, an hour, or, you know, if you can take a week, whatever it works given your circumstances. Okay, the other thing to think about is February. I think last year in February is the first year I did what they call Finish It February, and that's where we take some older projects and we focus on just getting them done. And if you have completed your projects in progress, this should be an easy thing to pick if you want to play along. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Finish It in February. If I haven't finished my 2010 album at that point, that would probably be what I would throw in there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The other thing to remember, Finish It February doesn't mean that you have to finish the entire thing. It can just mean you finish whatever you set yourself out to do for that month. Anyways, it's just something fun and a challenge to boost you along, if you will. I think that's it. And let's get ready for 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. And until next time, happy crafting and happy organizing.